regular meeting to order on January 28th, 2025 at 6:30 p.m. Please stand and join me in the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Mayor Jerry Davis.
Here.
Trustees Richmond. Present. George Duberstein.
Here.
Crease.
Here.
Georgianne Duberstein. Here. Koval. Here. And Williams.
Here. And we have a quorum. Need a motion to approve the agenda.
So, second.
Roll call.
Trustees Richmond. Aye. George Duberstein.
Aye.
Crease.
Aye.
Georgianne Duberstein. Aye. Koval. Aye. And Williams.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Public comments.
So far, so good. I'm quiet.
Gentlemen in the back. Mr. Murphy?
How's it going?
How you doing?
Good.
Good.
Good to see you guys.
I need a motion to pass the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Trustees Richmond. Aye. George Duberstein.
Aye.
Crease.
Aye.
Georgianne Duberstein. Aye. Koval. Aye. And Williams.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Reports and discussion. Mary, Finance.
Not a whole lot going on. Kelly had the last of the budgets due on the 15th, so she's working on getting those compiled for the rough draft next week, she said.
Okay, and then we will, Mary, myself, and Kelly will meet, go over it so we can present some numbers to the board. And that will probably take us a couple weeks, maybe, and then we'll get it to you guys as soon as we can. Georgianne, great agent.
Yes, the Great Age Club has moved from the first Thursday to the first Tuesday of the month, so the next meeting will be the 4th. We're having someone from Ageless Grace who does chair exercises, so we'll all become fit and just one visit. We're looking at maybe doing some other activities before the end of the year, the end of the fiscal year. Swelco, I didn't look to see if we have our new shoe collection box. We're getting a new shoe collection box that's nicer.
Will it fit in the bin outside? Go ahead, hit me.
That's, I think, about all that's going on this week. The next meeting isn't until April.
We may be going for a world record shortest meeting here tonight. Right along. Civil War, George?
I talked to Britt Siebert. They are obviously, maybe not so obviously, but they are interested in doing Civil War reenactment again. We're looking at the third weekend on October as a placeholder. We won't make any definitive things until after the election, so we can see how things will go.
I would offer to the board, and maybe we can discuss it next meeting, that George is obviously up for re-election. I mean, there's nobody else on the current board, and I don't know, I think it would be safe to predict that potential candidates, if they were to win, aren't prepped to take over the Civil War. So I would offer for your thoughts, and George, if you're interested, we'll put it on the agenda next month, that we, if George, I don't know if we need a motion or just a decision, that if George is not reelected, if he so wishes, he will complete the Civil War for next year. Because if he waits to start organizing it until after the election, there won't be enough time to do it right. So I just throw that out there.
I think I mentioned it before, but just for your information, I have kept accurate records from day one of everything we've done, all the messages, the contacts, everything. It's all on, I haven't put it on a flash drive yet, but it's all on a computer. So if any more were to take over and do something with it, they wouldn't be reinventing the wheel, starting from square one.
But again, for someone to come on and make
No, I
a
understand.
meeting, yeah,
Whatever.
that if the board approves and if you're interested and if you don't get reelected, it's
Okay.
like ifs for the night. All right, anything else, sir?
No.
All right, thank you. Christina?
Just a couple things. We have been preparing for our 2025 food trucks. Food trucks are going to begin April 17th. They will run through September 25th. We are slightly altering the time this year. We aren't going to start until 4:30, so we're going to run 4:30 to 7:30. Very excited. We have 5 new trucks that are going to be joining us. Most of our trucks only have about 2 dates each that they're going to be doing, so the variety of things that we're going to have to offer is going to be expanded greatly, and I'm really excited about the ones that we're going to be having. So I'm finalizing all of those right now, and we will put a schedule out once that's permanent. Another thing we may actually cut back on is the sweets or desserts truck. They're very hard to find. They're very hard to get them to participate. We've also been told by residents that they up and leave a lot of times through the evenings. They do not stay the full extent of the night. So we're thinking about either eliminating dessert trucks, because many of the food trucks actually have sweets as well, or doing maybe a dessert truck once a month, as opposed to trying to find someone every week and then defaulting to the ice cream truck, which is of course always available. But, so it's kind of where we're at with that. I've been working with the League of Women Voters. We are working to set up a candidates forum that will be held in March. We do not have an exact date at this time, but hope to have a confirmed date by the end of this week. We have 5 trustee candidates running for 3 seats, so we will have a candidates forum that will be held here, but it will be run by the League of Women's Voters. So more definites to come on that, but again, it will be held in March. And so as soon as we have those definite dates, we will get that information out. And then just a quick update on some of the new businesses coming into town. Talked to the owner of Wing Snob, which will be coming over here in the Starbucks Plaza. They've started construction and are hoping to open in March. The UPS store is also going in that strip mall, which will be opening in July. And then we still have on this side, we have the possibility of an event banquet type place, as well as the possibility of a fireplace chimney repair company coming in. So,
And that's in the Firestone building.
one is in the Firestone building, the other one is in where Repit was over off.
We're stopping at Save.
Yes, stop where someone said this.
I have a couple of questions to you.
Sure.
First of all, for the candidates forum, I would suggest that we do it before early voting starts.
We are working on dates. The League of Women's Voters have 28 contested races that they are trying to schedule. So they have a meeting tomorrow. She is going to get back to me after that meeting. We have proposed 3 or 4 dates to them prior to that, and we're trying to make that happen. We're a little bit at their mercy right now.
The other thing is, if you could give a little more information about the food trucks on the website, so that it's not just their names, but sort of what kind of food they have. Because their names don't necessarily tell us
What it is.
anything.
Sometimes we get menus from them, sometimes their menus change, but a basic idea, we should be able to do that. see if we can pull something like that together.
Could you just maybe try to get them their website?
We could do that, or, yeah, most of them have Facebook pages or websites, so, yeah, absolutely, we could do that.
This way they can go right in.
With kind of going back to the food trucks, we haven't had over the last year, since Christian has left, had any, yes, representation continuously. What we're hoping to do is either have a trustee that would be willing to attend the food truck events. The events are planned, there's no planning that has to be done or anything like that, but if we could have some kind of representation. Even if we did a rotating type schedule, you know, it doesn't have to be one person has to be at every event. If we had volunteers that would be willing to, we could get a calendar together and sign up for possible events. Part of the issue is I have been reached out to mostly by vendors. There's no bathroom access. So we're working on creating spaces over near the Public Works Park to get, you know, people to stay and hang out and enjoy their dinners. If someone has to use the restroom, we don't have that available. If a trustee was here, we would be able to have them have the front open to where the restrooms would be accessible, that type of thing. Again, it's just village representation, so I don't know if anybody is interested in doing that.
Yeah.
You know,
I certainly would.
Christine, I'm sorry, what day?
so they run on
On
Thursdays,
Thursdays, okay.
starting the third week of April through the end of September.
Okay.
So I could certainly pull a calendar together and send it out.
Problem might be for some trustees that work,
Right.
they may not be available. I don't know.
And even if it's, you know, you can't get here at 4:30, but you're here at 5 or even 5:30 through the rest of the event,
Mhm.
I think that still could work, you know, but just
Yeah.
having representation there is good. And
That's a good idea.
Because if we can't pull this off, the suggestion came up that we put out porta potty, which makes it ugly.
yeah.
You know, when you think
Well,
about
And where you
they're
put it,
expensive.
yeah.
Pardon me?
And
And
expense,
cost.
yeah.
All right.
Unless there's other questions, so that's all I
Yeah,
have.
I have a couple of questions and a comment. Just to reiterate, it's April 17th through what?
September 25th.
Right. I know I've mentioned this before, and since we're talking about food trucks, we really need to decide if we're going now, if we're going to do an event this summer or late spring, whatever, because we need to, among other things, identify these food trucks. So I think we need to decide, maybe even tonight, whether we're going to do it and when we might do it, so somebody can start doing some of the things now, and then we can hand it off to whoever, after the election, depending on who wins and so forth. But we need to do it now if we're going to do it at all.
The budget money is there.
I think we should do something. I think the community really liked the idea, even though it was an abbreviated thing. And they did prefer food trucks. I heard this over and over, that they prefer food trucks over a vendor than vendor. So I would think if we decide to do that, since I get the other thing, I've got, some connections, I'd be glad to do
That's along with the garage sale
this. Well,
and the paper, the cleanup.
actually, the guys have been doing such a good job that I don't think we need to do a cleanup anymore.
I could tell them to slow down.
I don't think we had it last year. I don't think we had it last year.
We had it, I don't think anyone showed.
It was really.
I also believe it rained both days.
Christina, so you're talking about the event that Ann and Chris did together?
So, yeah, so what, yeah, what,
In the park.
the full party in the park.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
nice. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did Chris
sounds as though, yes, George and Georgianne definitely are willing. Are there other trustees that are willing to gather and we can sit and, because office staff is also very involved in this. So one of the things, Ann was present for the one, you know, that we met with, so if we could all gather, because there are things that actually everyone in the office is involved in and does, we can sit and discuss. I agree 100%. I think a date, at least narrowing down a month to start with, and then we can get a date closer. But yeah, we do need to get a start on it if we're going to do it.
Yeah, because if nothing else, I mean, we can maybe slide a little bit on some of the vendors, but on the food trucks, as you will probably know, if we don't do it now, we're not going to get.
I'm already getting, I'm already booked for this. I'm already just in my scheduling for now. So.
One thing that I don't want to see happen is that, and pardon me, my voice is as of late just disappears on me, is that the responsibility falls to the office staff. It's not their job. They help a lot, but this has got to be run by the board. All right? Let's pick a month. We can do that.
When we did the party in the park,
It was August 14th was the last big one that we had. I believe the one before that was also in August, the 117th.
So school would probably start.
School starts the 2nd to the 3rd week of August, including high school versus
About the
elementary.
end of July.
Yeah, but even if school started,
It's on a weekend.
Yeah,
it's on a weekend.
It's on a weekend.
I think the benefit of doing it after school starts is people are not
Out of town.
on vacation time.
Yeah.
So we
Plus,
keep their back here.
the National Honor Society students.
Yep.
You know,
And the high school starts the week, District 127 at least, so central north, I know they start the week, I believe August 13th-ish is their first day.
they're the ones that have been.
They're the ones that'll
most-
be-
That have been the most responsive.
So I know.
And in central,
Yeah.
up to them.
Yeah, so I believe they start that week, and then generally the grade schools start the week after that.
What about the around lake school districts? When
I
they-
don't know I don't know their schedule.
I'll find out.
To find that out, yeah, that'd be
They
great.
have not,
I assume usually the high schools are around the same
yes,
time.
I was disappointed that we haven't had much trouble.
Really?
So if we go mid-August on a Saturday, we're looking either at the 16th or the 23rd. Joey, you're not available on the 16th, August 16th, are you?
It's Nick, but no.
I'm sorry, Nick.
Steve, we don't know.
Yeah, but you're still not available, are you?
On the 16th?
Yeah, isn't that, I got a Murphy wedding down there.
Oh, that's true. My brother's wedding.
Okay, Joe's. Okay, so I got the family right.
It's true.
the last name, at least.
Okay, so board, we have the 16th, 23rd.
Maybe the 23rd.
Yeah,
because it
yeah,
will take-
the 23rd.
At least we could get more than a couple of days to the
And the Murphy
National Honor
family will be
Society.
available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like a plan. Yeah.
All right.
23rd.
Okay, Christina?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, and then I will, I'll put together and send out some information regarding some times that we could meet. When I talk to the staff, do we need to schedule something after hours? Or are there any days that you guys are available? I know you work.
Yeah.
Wednesdays work well.
Yeah.
Or even if it's like a later, like if we had it like right at 4:30, is there any days?
Yeah, other than Tuesdays and Fridays are usually like not good days, but Wednesday, Thursday,
Okay.
Wednesday or Thursday.
I'll get a couple
Sure.
dates and times and
Yeah.
send it out to everyone and we can figure something out.
Thank you, Christina.
Of course.
Okay, thank you. My report, of course, is in the packet, as is the Public Works. Little update on Public Works. This week, they've started clearing the bins in the back, getting the material out in preparation for digging part of that hill out as part of this whole upcoming project with the well, whatnot. We're moving, so we move bins back farther, we have more room for storage and whatnot. So that's going to go on throughout, we hope to be finished in the next month or two. Hasn't been much snow to plow, but I do have to share a complaint I received the other day. I got an email from a family after the plows were out. Plows were out roughly 4 o'clock in the morning last week. And a person emailed me and said, can't you please tell them to stop scraping the road? Can't they lift their plow a little bit higher so it doesn't make that noise? I did not respond. I'm just trying to prep Mary for what's to come. Yeah.
It's like the person who was, wanted the mayor to stop the frog screams.
There was that too. I tried an executive order, but the frogs didn't listen. All right, on to business. Need a motion for an ordinance amending the refuse collection rates in the village of Hainesville.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, under discussion, I passed something out, but group by contract can raise their rates annually by no more than 4%. A year ago, the board, in fact, a year ago now, board passed a rate increase but did not initiate the increase until this past May. The village covered the revenue differential from our funds. I'm recommending that we implement this increase as of February 1st, which is when Groot implements it, recognizing that the increased amount in the ordinance will be sufficient to cover not only this year, but even if there's a 4% raise by Groot the next year, this amount will cover both years.
Makes sense.
Okay?
Yeah.
Further discussion? Roll call.
Trustees Richmond. Aye. George Duberstein.
Aye.
Grace.
Aye.
Georgianne Duberstein.
Aye.
Koval.
Aye.
And Williams.
Aye.
Motion carried. Ordinance number 25-1-372.
Need a motion for the approval of an ordinance authorizing Northern Illinois Gas Company, its successor and assigns to construct, operate, and maintain a gas distributing system in and through the village of Hainesville, Illinois. It's the NICO franchise agreement. Motion?
Second.
Discussion?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I have no idea what they're talking about.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, please, yeah.
This has been the hands of Hainesville Link, who not only represents us, but other NICO municipalities. They're a monopoly. Scott and I had a discussion this last week about the things that Hainesville Link tried to get through with other law firms in other municipalities. And NICO goes, no, they're a monopoly.
Yeah.
There's no control over them. There's not a thing, they weren't interested in altering anything in their contract.
Wow.
So, as I said, it's been ongoing for a year, and we've gained no ground. So I wish I had better news, but they have us.
What are they doing? What?
This is just a continuation of them providing the service. However,
It's
they want.
not, it sounded like they were gonna put in main pipes and all kinds of.
They're already in.
Oh, okay, so they're
Yeah.
not doing any of that. It just,
If there's new developments, yes, they would have the contract for putting those in. But no, they're not replacing pipes.
they're not doing anything, just.
No.
And hypothetically, if we said no, what would that impact? I'm just curious,
If we said no, didn't sign a contract, hypothetically, they could turn off the gas.
Jesus, wow.
Yeah, I know.
And we don't get anything in the village? I mean,
We get some free therms in the Public Works building. Yeah,
Wow, that's,
okay,
but that's pretty standard.
okay.
I'm sorry, folks, it's just,
Yeah, I noticed they were talking about the first 10,000 population and then another 10,000. But why do we even bother with that? Because we're going to have about 3,500. We're not going to get any more.
I'll be be honest with you, George, I read it a year ago, gave it to Scott, and let them work it out, and when he came back and told me that nobody's getting anything different than this,
Yes.
we'd rather just,
So, yeah, I had a bunch of questions, but it looks like,
it doesn't matter, George.
yeah, I know. I mean, when I read this thing, it looked like they were adding some additional things, but you're saying it's just a continuation of what is.
Yeah.
So, Mayor, I'm assuming that at least the rates, if they ever want to increase the rates, they have to go through the state anyway. So
Yes.
then at least that's something, yeah.
What happens after 50 years, which is...
We won't be wrong. More than likely, another 20 years would do it.
Okay,
All right, any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Trustees Richmond,
Aye, I guess.
George Duberstein,
Aye.
Reese,
I hesitate.
Georgianne Duberstein,
Should I vote
Just for yourself.
Koval,
Aye.
and Williams.
Congratulations.
Motion carried, ordinance 25-1-373.
All right, motion to adjourn?
So moved.
So moved, second.